Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at level 51 Dragonite with Superpower in the Master League because the season is about to reset and you're going to be stuck in Great League. So let's take a look at it firsthand here. I'm using my sets for the new season right about now, so make sure you give it a thumbs up, folks. Let's see what we have. We've been wanting Superpower forever. So I was going to pair it up with Groudon and Mewtwo for the entire video. It's just going to be a quick one here. So what I want to include is the good, the bad, and the ugly for Superpower Dragonite. Situations in where you're going to be stuck, it's like, well, just give up. All right. Or, you know, like a Togekiss, for instance. I'll show you that. People are shielding it. They're expecting it now. So there is that situation as well. But with that said, I'm happy it has it. Let's go. This is just one test out of many in the future for this league here with Dragonite. So I'm not going to say, oh, it's bad, right? A little bit of a test run here. Let's have fun. So my thought process was, well, I'm going to keep battling until this Superpower Dragonite helps me pull off a win. And I'm not talking the Dragonite helping me win. I want it to use the Superpower and I want it to do something for us here. So we're going to have to keep on battling and using our sets for the new season until that happens. So with that said, folks, I'm having a blast with these new moves. If you can tell, I am just going crazy here. All right, so we're going to let that go, getting hit by a Shadow Ball, unfortunately. And we do have energy on our Mewtwo, swapping into our Dragonite to shield this up. Side Strike, and there's that Superpower. So we do have Dragon Claw. We're going to double shield this here and kind of put all of our hope into the Dragonite. Not that we have too much of it. Okay, we got a Groudon. It's this one here. So as you can see, Superpower is good and everything, but for this situation, there's really no point in going for it. So Dragon Claw, and you already know what it is. They back out, and we take the win there. So we're going to keep going here until we actually make it happen with Superpower. See what we have for the next battle. With the Zacian, this is good. This is better. Mewtwo doesn't mind going up against this, but Groudon doesn't have any problem whatsoever. Now let's talk about being stuck. Having Hurricane was nice. Draco Meteor 2, I suppose, it hits really hard, even against things that are not going to take very much damage. But Hurricane was even better. Say you got caught up with a Togekiss. Well, at least you're going to be able to hit it with Hurricane and bring it down very low. Now you're just going to get straight up stuck. Same with Zacian. You're just going to get straight up stuck. All right? Or Fairy user. You're just going to not be able to hit it with anything. So there is that. Now, if you want to go extra spicy, you could just go with like Dragon Breath, Dragon Tail, and then Hurricane Superpower. But I don't recommend that. That's entering Spice Master territory. I mean, I don't even think it's Spice Master. It's just foolish. But we're taking out that Mewtwo with Shadow Ball. Okay, looking good. Surprised they actually let that go. Maybe they thought they were going to get hit by a Side Strike. They're bringing in a Dialga. Now, at this point, I'm getting a little excited. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, are we going to be able to align it here? Are we going to be able to do something? You're supposed to shield that. What are you doing? I wanted them to use their shields because we can't hit them with Superpower if they're going to block them, and that's what they kept on doing for several battles. So they immediately swapped, bringing in the Zacian. So I'm thinking, oh shoot, we're going to be able to Superpower it. Just farm this Zacian down here. We'll just double shield this up, but they still got two shields, and it's just going to be better for me to farm it down. Going for Superpower here is pointless, so I just hit another Dragon Claw, and again, another battle where it didn't help me. Not that it's not good, but I'm just saying we're not going to stop until we actually pull one of these off here, so we're just going to simply shield this up, and this Dragonite's going to be able to help us take the win here. Always loved Dragonite because it's one of the originals. And it's just always been good. It's been that Pokemon people took to the tournaments back in the day. It was like Mewtwo, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Dragonite, Gengar, something like that. Pretty much on the same team every time. All right, so we're met with an Excadrill here. And I'm talking like back in the 90s, man. We're talking brick Game Boys, red and blue with the connector cables. And if you move the connector cable a little bit, then what the whole battle's over. I remember I was whipping some. You know, it reminds me of Worlds. When I went to Worlds, I was beating somebody and like he moved the cable. He's like, oh, lag. That was the equivalent back then. Oh my goodness. All right, bringing in Mewtwo. Let's go. What's going on here? I know they're gonna go for a Sky Attack, but I kind of want to just preserve the health. Mewtwo. It can take a hit. It actually can take a hit, and Lugia's attack isn't like the craziest around. Only problem here is that Dragon Tail is really starting to add up. Expecting another Sky Attack. So what's going on? When are we going to see the Superpower Dragonite in action? Hey, you're telling me. You're telling me. This is why I wasn't going to stop until we got a little bit of something going on here. So we're going to get double shields out of them. And this is actually a good thing. We will survive this because Mewtwo is pretty dang reliable. surviving that and able to get to another Shadow Ball, which will take the win here. So we're going to be clear for potential superpower time. So there's a Dialga. All right, so here it is, folks. I didn't have time to build up to 2. I could have maybe let them go Iron Head, and then we would have survived, but there was really no point. I just threw it. So there's your damage up against Dialga. It's doing a decent amount. I mean, it's doing great. It's doing really good. Having an energy advantage is going to be so much better. So like I said, I'm just going to take you on this journey. First time using this Superpower Dragonite until it actually helps us take a win. We did a lot of damage to Dialga, but that's not a win. Next battle met with a Swampert. Horrible lead up against our Groudon, and we're going to be swapping into Mewtwo, and they bring in their Melmetal, and that Swampert does have a bunch of energy. Now, Dragonite is going to be loving to go up against that. Let's see what happens here, but I still want to take a win with Superpower. Do something, land it, and still win. So they're going to be hitting us with Thunderbolt. This is, I mean, that's good. I mean, that's an interesting move instead of Rock Slide. But Groudon is going to be able to walk through it, just like if it was Rock Slide as well. They can keep throwing Superpower, but we're going to be able to farm up a whole bunch and get ready for the next Pokemon. So we allow it to go down here so we can bring in our Groudon and just farm up. And now I'm expecting them to just start throwing those Superpowers. I'm going to let them get off too before we do throw a Fire Punch to KO them here. I just want to build up a bunch of energy before they do take us out, or before we do take them out here. All right, so another Superpower. And there we go. This is going to be enough to get them here. I'm expecting them to throw in that Swampert immediately. And we're going to try to catch that with our Dragonite, that Hydro Cannon. And beautiful, we do. Now, I'm just hoping there's not a Togekiss in the back. This is part of the good, the bad, and the ugly that I wanted to show you. It's a Togekiss, and that's pretty much a rip for me. Yeah, that's a wrap. So I just throw this. I'm like, I should have just backed out. But if I did have my Hurricane, we would have been able to basically take that thing out and then maybe take the win there. But you know, it is part of the having a different moveset. Next battle, what are we going to see here? Another Excadrill. Okay, let's get it. No problem at all. This is always a good matchup here. They're going to be swapping with energy, bringing in a Groudon. So I do go for the Earthquake here because what I want to do is bring in the Dragonite and start farming up. So we land the Earthquake, doing a couple of extra quick moves so we can build up that energy in our Groudon to retreat. Bringing in the Dragonite, and I do believe they go for Earthquake here. Yep, go for Earthquake, just doing as much damage as possible. It's not like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, yeah, it's better off to just do that before you go down. Bringing in the Excadrill, as expected, we will be able to survive this Rock Slide here. So this is where it is actually finally going to come in handy. So I just throw the Superpower, thinking that they're just going to let it go here. And their Quick Move's not going to be able to take us out if we lower our stats. So they shield it up, and I'm like, okay, another Superpower. Let's go. Come on, Dragonite. Let's get this, all right? I don't want to use all my first battles in Master League for the next season here. And we take them out. All right, so there it is. And then they come in with Hydreigon and farm us down. So it did a lot of damage even after it debuffed itself with the attack. And I know Excadrill is very squishy, but yeah. So Dragonite with Superpower is actually really fun. It's going to be very useful. It's not like, oh, you didn't get the best gameplay here. It did great in the Ultra League. And it's just about alignment. And again, more tests and more battles in the future, and it's going to work out perfectly fine. So I do bring in the Mewtwo here just to kind of wear this thing down, because Groudon's Fire Punch, and I'm feeling like they're going to shield up Earthquake. So we're just going to go ahead and bring in the Groudon after, bringing it really low and just keep hitting it with Fire Punches. I'm not even going to play that game with the, guessing here. I'm just going to keep hitting it with that. But anyways, folks, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm really enjoying getting these out to you. I just wanted to bring you a quick one here, show you the good, the bad, and what you could be potentially running into if you have Superpower Dragonclaw. Thank you for watching, and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!